Hello everyone. We're on our way to a business meeting today. Yeah, it's Sunday. It's the last day of early voting within, I want to say all states, definitely within my state and county. I went ahead, I voted. I am so proud. They gave me a little sticker. Let me hide the county I'm in. But you can find it anyway. So today, in the Ninja Challenge, I would like to discuss what I'm calling future suck. Essentially, what's coming down the pipe in within 2 years, could be in 2 hours or 2 days. Just don't know. Basically, what we have is an economic system based on fiat. Shut that so it's a little quieter. The fiat system is based on nothing. And yeah, I'm probably preaching to the choir on that one. Shut that so you see me a little better. But here's the thing. Everyone's like, yeah, we know that, nerd. Well, the problem is everything's built on that paper. That paper, well, used to have some value. But now, all our dollars were shipped overseas with inflation. So the point being, we shipped our debt out to other nations via treasuries. We, the United States, were once the world's creditor nation. Now we're the world's debtor nation. And that happened arguably within a generation. At least a generation and a half, well, at most a generation and a half. So, all that being said, soon it's going to be time to pay the piper. Now, for those outside of the U.S., pay the piper means the bill is due, or the bill is coming due, in this case. So, we have a lot of debt we owe out. We as a nation, that is. And we as individuals have reached some insane multi-trillion-dollar level with debt that is just purely illogical. I mean, for people to actually carry so much debt per household, for the U.S. to have so much debt as a nation is absurd. It truly is. You know, this is a nation founded as a constitutional republic, as the United States, not getting into anything else. Ooh, drove by an accident there. Yeah, that wasn't the brightest move, whoever you were. Glad everyone looks okay. Yeah, and then suddenly, ooh, left out red. Genius. Suddenly, we're in this insane predicament. So the point is, what we have to do as individuals to lead our nation, and also likely to save yourselves, is pay off our debts. Now, how do we do that? What we have to do is start earning income. So, time to suck it up, buttercup. Got to get out there. You got to work some overtime. Overtime's best because overtime pays you time and a half. And considering how wages are so depressed nowadays, it's really the only way to get an advantage. And that depends on how low your wage is. The lower your wage, the less impact your overtime has. So what you have to do is work an insane amount of overtime. At least 20 hours a week if you're normally working 40 hours a week. I know, I've done it. I've done it for weeks on end. My personal record was 3 jobs, and I worked 333 days straight. Yes, 333. I did not misspeak. 333 days straight of 12 and 16-hour shifts. And if I had an 8-hour shift only, I didn't know what to do. I was perplexed. Unfortunately, the wage was so low that it was income suppression at that point. So, best option, get overtime. If you can't get overtime, get another job. Doesn't matter what it is. Swallow your pride if you have to. You and I, because I'm still paying my debt off, we all have to pay off our debts. Credit card companies, I don't know if they're going to love this statement or not, but pay your bills. Yeah, credit card companies make interest, but, you know, even they have to answer to shareholders, so they don't want to have tons of outstanding debt out there. And let's face it, not everyone's going to pay it off. So if people start paying it off, you're going to help your credit score and improve how your credit report looks. And that leads me to another thing. No matter what you do, clean up your credit report, get your credit score up. You'd be surprised. I recently, for the past about 14, 16 months, have been working on my credit report. It takes a long time. So the sooner you start, the better. But I cleaned up so much misinformation off my report. It was insane. The stuff that was on there, anyway, I digress. Point being, before you do the next option, clean up your credit report and get your credit score up. So what's this next option I'm about to say? It's the third and last option that I can think of after overtime, second job. Start a business. Learn how a business is supposed to be structured. Learn accounts receivable, accounts payable. This is how you're going to put food on the table and a roof over your head when your job is done, when you can't get a second job anymore, where everything is just deflationary, which I agree with Ninja. Next step is deflation. And that's because a lot of people are going to lose their jobs and prices are going to drop, but nobody's going to be able to afford to buy anything. So because of that, is deflation. No one has a job. No one has side income. So if you prepare yourself now, start learning about business and take the bold step of looking up your state and local laws for how to set up a business, then what you get is an opportunity that you can't imagine. I'm from a long line of hard-working folk, military men, waitresses, short order cooks, seamstresses, what have you. Worked many hours, did a lot. I myself, I was shining shoes at 5 years old. My poor mom had to find me. Because I left her a cryptic note. My poor mom. Yeah. At 13, I took 12 or 13, one of the two. I took 3 newspaper routes and combined them into one. I was always entrepreneurial. I want to get that money. Get that money. I don't know if that's a song or not. I just came up with it in my head. But here's the thing. Get a business, because let's say you clean up your credit as best you can. Your credit report looks good. Credit score is up. You got that going on. The economy starts to depress and recess. I think it's going to be a depression. So let's just say depress. All those companies that make money selling you debt, loan companies, they're going to chase after you. They're going to give you, at first they're going to try to give you a greedy rate. But then they're going to be like, all right, he ain't falling for it. Let's give him a better rate. Because they always got a better rate hidden. So you'll get that better rate. Your company will be able to pay you. You'll be able to provide a product, a service, what have you. And you win. You're going to change your life for yourself and everyone you know and love. So all that being said, get your debts clear, get a business started. Now, it all depends on what you want to do. If you're going to need a store, a storefront, yeah, what's your online presence like? You know, just take a moment, sit and relax, and say, okay, the future shock is we're going to have turbulent economic times. They'll probably last until 2026. Cash is going to be essentially worthless, so you better have some precious metals, some crypto, real crypto, not some of the BS that's out there. And I personally would not trust paper gold, paper silver, paper Bitcoin. What you want is something tangible. Now, people argue with me that crypto isn't tangible. Your wallet is your wallet for your keys. It's not a wallet for your coins or tokens. We'll get into eventually what the difference is between the two. It's very simple. Your wallet is there for your private keys, which is like your passcode to your bank account, and your public keys, which is like your bank account number. And that's how money comes in and goes out of your wallet. Very simple. It's not complicated. You don't have to spend some insane amount of money a month for that little bit of knowledge. You know, and from your wallet, you'll be able to do what's called staking. And staking is kind of like a CD in a way, or arguably a money market fund. You get a little bit of money back, or a little bit of crypto back for the crypto you put in. You become what's called a liquidity provider, an LP for short. You're issued what's called LP tokens as a receipt. It's pretty easy when somebody just explains it to you in a simple manner. My point is this: get ready for bad economic times, people. Have a pantry with food and paper goods, and learn all those ancient old ways of how to preserve your food, and learn what kind of food lasts the longest, that's most nutrition dense. Because let's face it, not all food is the same. You know, now I eat organic as much as possible. Natural is a word that is, we'll say, misspoke often. But let's face it, we all know what natural is. It's just apparently people who write laws don't know how to write what natural is. So I would say get some natural food, some organic food, put it in your cupboard, make a cupboard, do something along those lines to ensure that you can eat. If you can store cash, by all means store cash. I kind of wonder why safes, like a home safe went on sale just, we'll say 2017, 2018. I was like, why is that going on sale? Well, and then we all know what happened during 2019. Point is, you have your safe, you drill it into the wall, into the ground. Yeah, that you could put some precious metals there, your hardware wallet for your crypto. Now, I'm not saying to put all your precious metals into a safe. I personally would not do that because it's one location, and you don't want to have just one location for everything. Come on, guy, let me in. Sorry, I make fun of people quite often. So anyway, all right, about to come in here from my meeting. It's been a pleasure chatting with y'all. And yeah, I was down south, so I say y'all quite often. But yeah, that's about the park. So that's essentially it for now. So today's been Ninja Challenge 2 of 10, 2 in a row. And this is called Future Suck. Stay tuned for tomorrow. Bye.